How to deliver a highly effective stress mastery program. Thank you for joining me today. In the next few minutes, you'll learn how we here at Stressmaster International are helping people around the world to understand and master their stress, and how our stress mastery program provides tools, knowledge, and techniques that will help your employees or clients to reduce and master their stress. Hi, I'm Jim Petersen, founder of Stressmaster International. As a psychologist, organizational consultant, and trainer, I have specialized in creating and providing stress mastery programs for individuals and companies around the world. I know what stress can do to a person, as well as to their families, friends, co-workers, and ultimately the company or organization. During the past 30 years, I and my team of Stressmaster Associates have provided stress assessments and programs to over 600,000 men and women in over 15 countries. Our mission is simple: to help anyone under stress to discover the power of taking control of how they perceive and respond to life stressors, and to learn proven effective ways to reduce stress and ultimately how to master it. We've had great success over the years, and this program is about sharing some of the methods that we have found work the best. So my goal today is to share with you what we have learned about how to design and deliver a highly effective stress mastery program, and how you can either improve your current program, or if you don't have a stress mastery program in place, how you can create and implement a new and dynamic stress mastery program for your company, employees, or clients. As you will see, my stress mastery program is highly flexible. It is based upon modern stress management theory and practice, thousands of hours of implementing stress mastery programs in all types of environments, and careful research and evaluation. The stress mastery program has been used successfully by internal corporate trainers, external training and development professionals, health coaches, wellness and well-being coaches and trainers, EAP counselors, psychologists, social workers, and many, many others. The Stress Mastery Program. There are 5 essential steps to stress mastery and stress resilience. These have been proven effective over the course of many years. We begin first with an assessment. As you will see, we use the Stress Mastery Questionnaire, and you'll learn a little bit more about that in a few minutes. Second, we provide immediate feedback through a computer-generated profile. Next, we do an exploration into how one responded to each of the items on the questionnaire. We call this the exploration phase. And then the most important part is to integrate that into learning and development. And last but not least, how to implement short and long-term change. Change starts with an assessment. Sometimes the assessment is informal, such as discussing a problem with a spouse, friend, or minister. At other times, assessment takes the form of a structured interview, a test, a survey, or a questionnaire. Most professional trainers know the value of an objective assessment when working in such areas as management skill development, communication styles, leadership ability, peak performance, and of course, stress management. Counselors and psychologists certainly know the value of an assessment when helping someone to change, specifically when they are looking to change behaviors and attitudes that are creating problems at home or at work or personally. In virtually every intervention, a structured interview and evaluation prior to the intervention is necessary. There are 2 considerations when using a structured assessment tool in a training or coaching setting. First, you need to ask if the tool is valid, and second, is it reliable? Validity simply means, does the instrument actually measure what it purports to measure? And is it a reliable instrument that you can trust? The first step in the Stress Mastery Program is to take the Stress Mastery Questionnaire online. It can be taken in paper and pencil form, but typically today, virtually all of our assessments are done through the internet. The Stress Mastery Questionnaire was originally called the Stress Management Questionnaire. However, the name was recently changed to the Stress Mastery Questionnaire to reflect our values that we believe the focus should be on the concept of self-mastery not just managing stress. This is an important distinction we felt necessary to make the change in the name of the questionnaire. The questionnaire itself has not changed at all. The Stress Mastery program begins with the SMQ, which is one of the few scientifically created self-assessment tools currently available. Over the years, the SMQ has helped thousands of people worldwide to understand better their own stress. In 1982, I was funded by the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, better known as NIOSH, to conduct a year-long validation study of the SMQ. At that time, there were only a few assessment tools out there for stress, and the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health felt it important to fund us to conduct a study of the SMQ. The result of this extensive research project showed that the SMQ is indeed a valid and reliable stress assessment tool. It can be trusted to provide useful and valuable information to anyone who takes it. In essence, the SMQ provides detailed information about one's stress in three important areas: stress warning signs, stressors, and stress effects. These are the three areas that were identified through our research as being important and relevant to helping individuals understand and master their stress. Let's take a look at stress warning signs. The stress warning signs area identifies stress in 7 specific areas: anger, perfectionism, burnout, disappointment, underachievement, tension, and excessive time urgency. We have found that it is essential to know and recognize one's own unique warning signs so that a person can take steps to prevent stress from becoming more chronic. In addition to knowing about stress warning signs, the SMQ takes a look at what we call stressors. Stressors are things that impact our lives, such as major life events and daily hassles. These are those either external or internal mental triggers that produce the stress response, which we all know as the flight or fight response. Finally, the SMQ assesses how stress may be affecting each person physically and emotionally. These are the stress effect scales. Chronic stress, unchecked by good stress mastery skills, can have a deleterious effect upon one's body and life. The key to change is knowing precisely what should be changed. Taking the SMQ is the first and most important step. Step 2, feedback. After completing the SMQ, each person receives specific feedback in the form of a one-page summary called a stress profile. The stress profile provides a snapshot of each person's stress risk scores in each of the 3 areas: stress warning signs, stressors, and stress effects. Essentially, the scores on the SMQ scales are compared to the norm group and a risk score is provided. Our research shows that the higher one scores on each scale, the greater the risk. As you'll see, each of the scales is shown along with specific risk factors. The third area in the Stress Mastery program, after assess, after the stress profile, is called explore. While the profile provides a summary, the next step is to dig deeper into the specific areas of how one answered each of the 87 questions. To do this, as part of the Stress Mastery program, each person receives a more detailed stress report. As you will see in the example, each scale, for example anger, perfectionism, is shown, along with how each person responded to specific questions on that scale. The stress report shows exactly how each question was answered on each of the 11 scales. With this information, a client or trainee can delve deeper into the specific behaviors and attitudes that may be the cause of one's stress. The report is very important as it provides concrete feedback to each person to help them focus on specific areas for personal growth and development, and ultimately for stress mastery. The fourth area we call learn. Learn means to become aware of what things need to be changed based upon what you learned or what one learns from the SMQ. Armed with the information gained from the stress profile and report, Each person, whether in a clinic, stress management training program, or in a stress coaching session, will have the information he or she needs to reduce and master stress. I created the Stress Mastery Guide, a roadmap to resilience, for this purpose. This guide is a 34-page booklet packed with evidence-based tools and techniques we've gleaned from our years of providing stress coaching, training, and research. The guide describes each stress risk area, like anger, perfectionism, and burnout, in detail, and provides specific guidance on what to know and what to do about any high levels of stress. The guide is based upon the latest research on stress and stress mastery, such as cognitive restructuring, positive psychology, mindfulness, meditation, and many others. The guide can be used alone for self-development or as part of a stress management or stress mastery training program. It is also very effective in a coaching program. Last is change. Whether through self-study or as part of a stress mastery training or coaching program, it is essential to have a course of action that will actually help to focus on how to reduce and master stress. While the guide provides the information needed about the SMQ scales, I created a second learning tool called the Stressmastery Workbook. The workbook enables one to take the information from the profile, report, and guide and build a plan for change. Each stress risk area has specific worksheets to help reveal the key behaviors, knowledge, attitudes, and skills one might want to change. Ultimately, the goal of the Stress Mastery program is to help each person develop a plan of action and a commitment to change. A contract is normally completed at the very end and signed by each person. This is a contract with oneself, no one else. But with this commitment, each person can start on the path to stress mastery and stress resilience. I hope you'll take time to take a closer look at what we provide and to integrate the Stress Mastery program into your coaching, training, or counseling program. Thank you. And don't forget, don't just manage stress, learn to master it. If you'd like to use the Stress Mastery program in your training, coaching, or counseling programs, please contact me at Petersen@stressmaster.com. Go to our website, www.stressmaster.com, or call me at 480-444-6301. If you'd like to Skype, my Skype handle is the Stressmaster. Just send me an invite, and I'll be glad to talk to you about any aspect of our program. If you'd like to become an associate, information on our website about our unique associate program. Currently, we have over 40 associates in 15 countries, and would love to share with you more about what we do to help people around the world. And finally, the Stress Mastery Questionnaire is now in 5 languages: English, French, Norwegian, Slovenian, and Spanish.